Hello and welcome back to another Grand Cross Age of Titans video. In today's video, the main topic is going over everything that happened last night in Zone 2 in the Parallel World. And I'm also going to firstly take a look at some of the new packs that ended up dropping last night at Reset. So as you can tell on the screen here, it was practically just 17 and 11 that had all the fights. I did live stream most of it. I got about 4.5 hours until it was like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was pretty much done talking. And I'm like, okay, this isn't entertaining anymore. I'm just gonna log off. But before we get into anything, I just want to give a massive shout out to some of the guys in 11, Anarchy and Lofi, I believe is his name. So both of those guys supplied me with all of the reports of every single battle that they got, which I'm able to review again today and take a look at. So first off is the purchases. So if we go into this one here, so this is the firm step. So as I reviewed over in the update video that I put out, I can't remember, 4 days ago, maybe something like that. This is the pack that has come. So this first one is the 4-hour troop in size for the 25%, a bunch of training and healing speeds. Next is the level 2 pack here. So this one was, I believe, the $70 pack. This gave us a 50% increase for 4 hours, along with the 1-day attack and defense, along with 300 hours of the healing and the training. We were also able to purchase this guy 3 times, so that gave a lot of stuff, along with the rare Titan part selection tests, which this reminds me I gotta go and do. But so I actually ended up investing some of my gems, and I got to VIP level 15, which allowed me to fully awaken Urdal. And as always, we have this Dimensional Invasion pack. I typically only get the first one. I don't really see a reason to get the $70 pack, but for someone who's, really using the Titan parts and they really need them, go for it. Your account. I just don't use them yet. So now let's go ahead and not hop into that, and let's look at all of the reports here in just 1 second. So let me go out and go into here real quick just so I can get off of mine. Alright, I really don't like that green. Okay, so 11 was down here in this zone as we saw, and then 17 was up here. So we really pushed in, and we did not get a battle from 10, which is this kingdom right up here. Nor did we really get a battle from 17 at all. We had just maybe 1 or 2 marchers pushed through with the Titan. I just left my marchers there, and just to take some damage, just so I could, get something. And so down here, 11 was able to grab the gate first, which allowed them to get some of this lower territory here, and 17 were not fully up yet. So 17 is, we believe, a Korean server. So by the time that this went up, it was maybe like 9:10, 9:15 in the morning for them, and 11 quickly was able to push them back and block them at this gate, which forced 17 to move up to their second gate here, and they managed to get their territory right around here, I believe, if my memory's correct. And we were able to just watch for 3 hours 11 just fight all the way up into here. And once we get to the reports of specifically these 4 little areas over here, it is very impressive. And I believe right now 11 has the biggest report currently in Grand Cross Age of Titans. Then on this side over here, they ended up building a command center, which 17 was unable to access. They were pushing in from the north over into the west to try and take them on, but there was just so much focus down here to try and block them at this gate, and it just didn't happen. And so pretty much right around here is when I went to bed, so it looks like they ended up blocking them at this gate here, which they are currently building guard towers, because as of right now it is 3 in the morning for them. And they also have a command center over here, which completely blocks them on this gate as well. So unless something happens, 17 is not getting out. So if we move along to the other side of the map over here, we got 12, who looks like they blocked 13 from entering into these gates here with the guard tower. And then we have 13 with an entrance over here, but it doesn't look like they're really doing anything because 16, which is the other really big kingdom, came in and I'm just trying to get it to where I can see a lot of it. Came in and pretty much took all the zone. So as of right now, 17, 13, and 14 are completely blocked into their zone. And then 9 came down here and blocked the rest of 14. And as we all know, 10 and 9 are teaming. As of right now, I don't know what 15's doing. I don't know what 11's doing. And I don't know what 16 or 12 are doing. Personally, with 16 having this much, they might as well team up with 12 and try to take this area. 9 and 10 are going to run in up here. And then 15 and 11 are going to run in through these gates. So they each, all of us got quadrants right now, and it's going to be a lot of fun to see who's capable of taking over. My best guess is that from everything that we've seen, 11 are awesome fighters, and in the, let's just say, 15, which is us, and 11 decide the team, I would vote that 12, 16, 9, and 10 all team together, because that would be a really, really, really fun war, 2 against 4, which I think that's kind of fair, because 10 and 9 are smaller. 16 probably matches close to 17, and then 12 would also, 12, 9, and 10 I think would get close to matching our power. So it would be pretty even in the middle. But I guess we'll just have to see what happens, and then just kind of take a look at all the diplomacy later. I just want to fight. I just can't wait. Unfortunately, past 3, which are these guys here, because as we know, this map is smaller. There's no zone 0. It doesn't open until, I think, Saturday at reset. But I will be live for that. We will be pushing in as hard as we can. So we got 10 there, 9 here. We got 16 here and 16 here. I don't know what these guys are doing, but I don't see them building up yet. And then 11 is slowly building towards this gate here. So now let's get to a lot of the reports that Jack ended up sending. And then we are going to be able to go ahead and go through as many as I can. So Jack has made almost every single live stream that I've had, minus maybe the first one. I can't remember. But I asked him in chat to send me the reports here. And so we're going to be able to take a look at it. So this first report here is a Biam Numa rally against Calliope and Urdel. And as you could tell, it did not go well for 17's side. It was a very nice report on his end, and it was just such an amazing rally. I really wish I could save these in a different spot, but that's okay. The next... maybe he deleted that one. Okay, let's keep going. So that was 2. Hopefully he didn't delete too many of these, else that's gonna be a problem. Let's just go back into my city. So back in, let's look at this. Let's look at... there we go. Okay, so this is another... So this is a really nice report. So we had a Biam and Agnes. And then, as you can tell, someone used a Titan and lost a lot of durability. We had Elena and Moa. We had a Urdel and Helga, which is an interesting march. We had a Jang and Jeanette. Calliope and Roxana. Alicia and Jeanette. I still do not like Alicia. Bella Sekhmet. So these were rally... So I think this was a main rally on a city, if I remember. And they were trying to swarm it just to kill it. So that way their member did not lose too many troops. I'm trying to locate the actual... No, that's the tier 5 player, right? Nope. This is the garrison. So only 362,000 against 2.6 million. So 91,000 dead for them, and then 3,000 dead for the rally lead. And most of these rallies are led by a tier 5 player, and most of the defenses, besides on cities, are also the tier 5 players. So let's take a look at another one of these guys. And so I'm trying to locate here. Maybe... So this was another Biam Numa. This was the favorite rally from 11's side. And then they had a Ramses Freya on one of the flags. And 1 second. Pardon me. And so if we take a look here, notice that they're not using the catapults like they need to for this flag to really hold, and which is why it was 24,000 dead to 487,000. And then we had their tier 5 player, which is this gentleman. He was live last night as well, trying to solo the rally, I believe, with balloons. So he is a tier 5 player. The balloons actually do a lot of damage. They're really nasty, but just not on this rally. Let's move on a little bit. Let's see where I can go. Try not to just completely pick and choose, but that's okay. So this was another rally here. This was a Belly and Destina against a Calope and Roxana. The defenders had 4 million troops. The attackers had 3.1. I can't remember if Caliber is tier 5 or not. No, he is tier 4. So the attackers lost 225,000 to the 351,000. So the attackers still traded positive, but compared to the other rally reports that we've seen, they were not that great. So still, Titans coming out, some solo marches trying to hold on, just devastating. Some of these reports just did not go well. Alright, let's take a look here. So, let's go all the way back up to the top. Maybe him and I should have went into a different chat and actually talked. So now we are behind this one here. So this was an Erdel Iris against a Arthur Calope. So I think Juno was defending on this one. And so I think they were just soloing it, if I remember correctly, just trying to take down the tower. I believe that they thought that there was only maybe 1 or 2 marches in here to where, you know, these solo attacks could actually do some damage to it, like we've seen in other games like COD or ROK. But unfortunately, that was not the case. So if we go down here, so it looks like they attacked a castle. They used a Hai and Alicia. I never would have thought this pairing worked, but apparently it's not half bad at all. So 178,000 dead for the attackers and 256,000 dead for the castle. But the power loss is 308,000 to almost 2 million. So that definitely hurt. So if we take a look, the Hai and Alicia are completely awakened. The Calope and Roxana are not. And that's still 100% attack on cavalry, or not cavalry, archers. Wow. And then was he... I don't think there's a single tier 5 in here, is there? Nope, a lot of tier 4s and tier 1s, which is a common theme that we saw from 17, which is interesting. Alright, let's take a peek here. Okay, so that was that one. Now we're moving down to... So this is the biggest report that I believe is on this. So this was one of the towers that the tier 5 player kept throwing Erdel in with someone else. And we watched this rally for quite some time. As you can tell, it looks like this. It's a Biam Numa rally from Juno, who is tier 5, to the Calope and Erdel. 42 million troops from the attacker's side and almost 60 million from the defense side. 2.5 million dead from the attackers and 8.6 million dead from the defenders. That was a crazy rally, and we saw it get down into the red a couple of times, and these guys just kept filling it. There was a counter rally on the rally, and then a counter rally on the counter rally. It was such an amazing rally, and all of us are screaming and just having so much fun. Then we had some of these guys come in and just try to swarm, or just getting hit by the AoE as soon as some of the stuff came. I mean, it was just such a fun night. And then this was the counter rally, so they sent out an Alicia and Jang against the Biam and Numa, and it's the attackers still traded 3-1. And let's take a peek. So the Alicia's not awakened, but it's close. They're just missing the basic attack damage, which might have helped them a little bit more, trade a little bit positive, maybe like a 1-2 instead of a 1-3. But that Biam Numa rally is just shredding. And then we had another counter rally come in from their tier 5 player with Arena Numa against the Biam Numa, and they ended up going and filling this with 8.8 million troops. And luckily no one died on this counter rally. But as you can tell, he is the tier 5 player, and then if we take a peek at here, his Rina and Numa are both awakened. Which, I don't know what's going on with that. There's a visual glitch currently, but it looks like it's awakened, but apparently it might not be. So just to know. And then he ended up coming in with his bombers, and we're trying to put in some work here. Unfortunately, that did not go as planned, and I think they ended up giving the tower back just because they wanted to have some more fun. I don't know. So let me take a peek of where we're at. Okay, so if we go down here, so many reports. So that's that one. So this was the next one. So another Haya Meliby against Meliby and Finn. The attackers lost 273,000 troops compared to, I believe, the city's almost 1.1 million. And the city was getting reinforced, especially by some of the tier 5 players. Threw a couple things in, some tier 4 here. And then the Titan came over and tried to attack, just got a lot of durability gone. And then there was a counter rally, which was quite even, and then they ended up just canceling it. There's not really a big reason to go into there. So let's take a look at this one here. So another Haya Meliby against Kayla and Bella. The attackers only killed 21,000 of their troops compared to the 325,000 on the defender side. That was a very nice report. Let me take a look here. So this one here, so this was the defenders. So Erdel and Iris is defending, I'd imagine, with mainly infantry. And then the attackers was Biam and Rina. So right around the same amount of troops, almost pretty close to the same amount died. 598,000 compared to 659,000. This wasn't a bad report from either side. So if we take a look at the buffs here, so as we know, Iris is defense heavy, where Rina is more of a, I guess, attack, and I guess it's kind of a decent mixture, but his Biam is not awakened yet. And then if you look here, even though that she is glowing, the Iris is not maxed. I believe he said it was 5-1, 5-1, something along those lines. And then they came in and tried to swarm it again, and so the tier 5 player came in and tried to use the bombers, which unfortunately did not work out very well on this report here. Especially on this one, he just lost a bunch of troops. So let me take a look here. What he said. So Juno is the one who was doing most of these rallies. Um, his Iris is 5451, and Red Dude is 5551. So very very nice. Let's take a look at this one. So this was the flag again, or the command center, whatever they were building at this time. So 2 million troops in there, 791 dead, 48,000 for this individual swarmer. This one ended up eliminating their Esther. Unfortunately, the cavalry didn't work on here. Another 33,000 dead, another 31,000 dead, almost another dead Titan, 21,000 dead, 10,000 dead. Oh my gosh. Whew. And so then he ended up sending me these reports here after I went to bed. So let's take a look at them together. So this looks like maybe a counter rally on something. I'm not entirely sure, but it looks like an Alicia Ivan against Alicia Melleby. No one's dead here. He lost a lot more power than he made it, though. And then it looks like they came in and tried to swarm. I'm going to assume that is Naga. They came in and traded pretty well for having a solo march with bombers. Bombers are just incredible right now. And then Jenna and Agnes did not do very well, as we would expect. Neither did Jang and Aaron. Jang and Finn did pretty okay. Actually, he traded positive. Very nice. Candace and Ivan did well against the Alicia Melleby, but, you know, depending on what troop type you use, if you go right up on him, archers are weak to everything, which is why they're supposed to stay in the back and rain down the arrows on your enemies. Oof. Oh, they just eliminated that. Why are they using... So Karma is 4-1 because they're in the Titan. That's crossed off with an X. Okay, that makes sense. So a battle started against their watchtower. So let's see, Erdell and Iris in there against an Alicia Ivan. Interesting. Are those awakened? According to this, yes. Oh, there we go. 5451 is what Juno's is at this point, like he said. So almost 400,000 dead for the defenders, and then 718,000 dead for the attackers. So pretty much a 1.7 versus 3.2 million power loss. And then they tried to swarm again, and it did not go very well. That Erdell and Iris is just a nasty infantry holder, especially with how much defense that we know that Iris puts on the plate. Oof. Another very, very nice report. Last couple here. Oh, this is another massive report. So Iris and Erdell against Anuma and Belly. So we know that they're, I think, did he max his Belly already? Why? It's in the Grand Summon right now. Okay, that's okay. So it looks like Iris might have taken primary on this one. Maybe just a test. Yeah, Iris and Erdell secondary, which did really well too. So 1 million to 3.5. 226,000 dead to 646,000 dead. Oh my gosh. And then he tried to swarm with his bombers again. Oh no, archers. Tier 1. Another 161,000 dead. 163,000 dead. 150,000 dead. Another Titan went down. Oh, his Titan went down. Another Esther went down. More dead troops. Oh my gosh. Another 16,000 dead, 11,000 dead, another Titan went down, another Titan went down. Jang went down, more, oh my gosh, another Titan gone. This is just Zone 2, and this isn't even KVK, this is just like a pre-KVK. Wow. Did he use, okay, tier 1 archers. More archers. Juno just gained so much kill points in this. This is ridiculous. 105,000 dead. More Titan damage. More Titan damage. More Titan damage. Oh my gosh. More. Yeah. Oh. Then another defense tower. Erdell and Agnes against the high-end Jeanette. 462,000 loss for 11, and 1.2 million loss for 17. 121,000 to 227,000 dead. And then they tried the swarm with tier 4. Didn't work out very well, unfortunately. More tier 4s dead. 30,000, 30,000, 28,000, 30,000, 4,000. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're racking up the deads. 40,000, almost 100,000. I'd imagine that's tier 2 and 1. Tier 4 and tier 1. Interesting. Another 52,000 dead. 23,000. Last two reports. Let's take a peek. So we had Iris and Destina on this one against the Bella and Rena. 842,000 troops. Looks like these are solo marches. So 4,600 dead to 21,000. 4,000 dead and 400 dead. The Titan took quite a bit of durability loss. They're down to 600,000. Another 4,000 dead. Oh, man. And finally, the last report. Juno held out within Erdell and Iris at 5 million troops total and 6 million troops total for Alicia and Ivan. From 17 side, 1.67 mil power loss compared to 3.2 mil. Almost 400,000 dead compared to 718,000 dead. Wow. Then once again, they tried to swarm the flag, which did not work out very well. 80,000 power loss. Another Titan dead. More dead. Yeah, so like I said in the beginning, we have no idea what's going to happen, how it's going to work out, who's going to be teaming, but I am super excited for next weekend to actually be able to get into Zone 3 and start going all out. It's going to be a lot of fun. As you can tell, we got T and Neb up there. They got Boa. They got EXC. They got Red. I don't know what they're doing down there. And then 11 is currently working these guys, VICI, into probably one of these two areas over here. They might take both of them just because of the shrine over here. But super excited. I'm going to try and release a couple more videos in the upcoming week. So stay tuned for those. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel. And what do you guys think is going to happen? Who do you think is going to team? Who do you think is going to take the Royal Castle? So I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one.